This is my official, I'm calling it this video. A This video. You know what the word this is? That means disrespect. This video is disrespect. It's a disrespect video. All right. So this is the thing. The other day, I'm out jogging. We're running around the park. So I'm running, and this little girl comes up, and she's running. She has on a she had on, like, I guess you call them teal, like the right color, like a blue green mixture. Oh, might have been blue. I don't know. She had these teal socks, these black pants. It was like a baseball uniform, so I knew she played softball. But I'm running, and she runs up on me and says, "On your left, old man, get out of the way." I'm like, I'm looking like, well, that's rude. So I'll continue running. She went around the track, and she comes up again, yells at me, "Get out of the way! You shouldn't be here." And I'm like, what is wrong with this little girl? I think she was mad because she lost a softball game or a track meet or something like that. She was mad at for some reason. She was running, and I could see the look on her face was anger. She was angry. She was running, running, running. So I decided to teach her a lesson. So I decided to run at full speed, a sprint. Now I could sprint a quarter in what? I could sprint a quarter in maybe 6, 7 seconds. No, it's a little longer than that. Maybe 10. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I can do a quarter in about 10, 15 seconds max. I'm not too, I never really judge myself on, but I'm running. So then I slowed up. Now I didn't got warmed up, stretched out. I slowed. So she's coming up again. And she's yelling. She's like 20 feet behind me. She's yelling, go home, get out of the way. So I start running to pace her. So she's running faster. So now she comes up on the side of me, and she's looking at me like, she's like this, running, but she's looking me straight in the face, telling me that, what am I doing out here before I fall? So I took off and laughing while I'm running. And she's running, she's catching up. But she didn't have the steam I have. So I paced her. Next thing I hear, she's back there cursing. She's MF this and you mother that. And I mean, this little girl is letting it out. And she's running. So now I'm doing my thing. And next you know, I see her, she's running. She slows up. She got her hand on her hips. She's she's doing one of them numbers. I guess in the mouth out to the nose thing the way they train her. But so I come up on her and see on her back, it says Neve. It says Neve. And now I run past her and I says, Neve, get out of the way. And she tries to trip me. Well, I jumped over that, so I'm still running. So then I come around again. Now, this is my second time pacing the track and coming up behind her again. And she's so mad that I can see anger in her face is red. And now I'm kind of mad because she tried to trip me. So I pushed her in the way down, told her to get out the way. I pushed her. Get out of the way. And I'm running. And she's like behind me, and I see her yelling, hey. I thought she was yelling, hey, but she was saying Zay. So this little light skinned kid, he comes over, locks in his hair. He's got a basketball. So he's running. Now they sitting there talking, and I see her doing like this, pointing at me. I'm looking like, what is going on here? So I'm continuing to run, keeping up my cardio up. So I'm continuing to run. And next I run past her again, and she's sitting on the track, and her and this kid Zay are both looking at me. So next I see them running after me. I'm like, oh man, what do these kids want now? So, there wasn't a threat and nothing. I can see that, they wasn't out there about no violence or anything like that. So I'm running next to them, they're running behind me. And the kid with the basketball, he tries to throw the basketball at my feet, but he missed. So when the ball went through my legs, I picked it up and started dribbling while I'm running around the track now. So now this girl in the vein, yeah, I see her back there doing this, just, and she is pissed. And I see the boy Zay, he comes up on me, and he goes, "Get my ball, get my ball." So I took, so when I ran around the track and got close to the basketball court, I just shoots the ball. It went like, I want to say maybe 20 yards and went in the basket. And his boys on the court going, "Ooh, ooh, Zay, ooh, Zay, ooh, Zay, ooh, Zay." So now this kid Zay, I can see his face now is kind of red. So he's like, he's looking. He's looking like that. And his mouth goes. So, I knew it was like, this motherfucker. So now I'm running again. So then now I see, Zay, he's like, now I see him doing this. He's on his phone, talking to somebody, and then they FaceTime me, right? So like, what's up with these kids? So next this car pulls up, and this other kid gets out, right? And this kid got for some reason the other kid had like a little afro, and then a taller one gets out of the car, and he got the dreads too. They guess they call them locks nowadays. They're not, they're dreadlocks, but they call them locks nowadays. So now the other kid is, I want to say he's standing like maybe 2.5 feet taller than Xavier. I'm like, what's up with these kids now? And they get out the car, but I noticed that they're not driving. There's this female that's driving them, and as the female gets ready to pull off, I see she got glasses on, and she says, I heard her say, "Jolene, you and Poppy, when y'all get done at the park, y'all come back to the house. I'm going to the house and talk to Nana." And this kid Jolene says, "Okay, mom." That's all I heard. So now I'm running, and now Nevaeh's standing to the side. This girl Nevaeh, and the kid Zay. I don't know whether it's his real name or not. Zay standing there, and now this kid Poppy with the hair, and this other kid Jolene standing looking at me. I'm like, the fuck's up with these kids? Now all the little kids that was on the basketball court, they run over to this one tall kid, right? That the lady called him Jolene, and they're all talking. And next thing I see like 4 kids pointing, and I see Zay pointing but Xavier's like pointing like, that's that motherfucker there. So I'm like, what's going on with these kids? So I'm out here now, continuing my run. So next I'm running, and now I got I got Nevaeh, this kid named that she calls Zay, Jolene, and this one that the girl in the car called Poppy. So I got these 4 kids running on the track. So they're running. So I'm let me So I'm now at this point I've been running, so I'm slowed up now, just enjoying my run. And they slow up. They were all looking at me like, "What are you doing out here? What are you doing out here?" And then again, the kid Zay, he throws his basketball to try to hit me in the head. I caught it. So now I'm dribbling the ball. So I said, "You know what? I'm keeping this kid's ball." So I'm keeping this ball. So now this kid that's the tall one, they call Jolene, he's running behind me, right? And I noticed he got a hoodie on there, and the hoodie says, the Mighty Flashes on the front, something like that. Or in the back it says Florence Flashes on the front, and on the back it says Young Hobbs. So I'm looking like, okay, so I don't know who this kid is, but I'm assuming, but he's coming behind me, he's running. And he's like, "Hey, mister, give me that ball." But he's running, but I says, okay, so now I'm running again. Let me pick up the pace. So I pick up the pace, And now Neve and the kid Sean and the one that she called Zay, they're falling behind. So I'm running. And next thing you know, I'm looking up this other little girl that kind of looks like the kid Zay. She come running to the side, and she come running in with her shoulder and head like this. And she made an attempt to bump into me, but she missed, and she rolled over and fell on the ground. And now she's over there holding her knee. Ah, ah, ah. So kind of find out she got hurt, and I heard the kid Zay go, Mila, you okay? So I mean, Mila. So then I'm continuing to run, and I hear Zay go, Johnny, get that. No, his mouth went. So I know he said, "Hey, Jaleem, get that motherfucker." So now everybody else has stopped. So now this kid Jaleem's coming after me. He's coming. He's coming. I see the look on his face, like he's just running. I'm gonna get that motherfucker. I'm gonna get him. Get up. So I'm like, okay, this kid Jaleem, he's on the basketball team, his shirt and all that stuff. So I said, you know what? So I'm running. I'm like, wow, he's about to catch me. So I'm like 60 yards away from the basketball court this time running. So I stop, shoot the ball again. 60 yards out. Everybody in the court, ah, ah. People stopping their cars, yelling, ah, what's going on over there? What's going on over there? And like, I ain't paying no mind. I ain't paying no mind. So then Jaleem stopped. He's looking. Wow. So I'm running the whole time. Next, this little kid Poppy, he come running, and I just grabbed him by the top of the head and pushed him back. He fell on top of the one named Mila. So now I'm running again. You keep running. So I said, you know what? So I ain't studying these kids. Let me get out of here and go home. So I leave the track, start walking down the street to go home. So the girl in the bay is like, she's running behind me. I'm like, and I stopped. I'm like, what do you want, little girl? And she was like, I don't want to never see you in the park again. I don't want to never see you on the track. So I said, it's okay. So then I showed her, I had a pad with me, a sketch pad, and I showed her some of my drawings. And she got mad again. She said, you draw better than me? And I said, I don't draw. These are just sketches that I do. I don't never been trained to draw. I don't draw. These are sketches I do. But she was mad anyway because I drew better than her. I drew better than her. She was mad. So then, I walked away, walked up on my porch, looked back at her, told her, get out of here, little girl, before I call the police. And I walked away and left her standing there with her mouth open like this. That's how she was standing in front of the house on the left. Because I ran faster than her and I could draw better than her. She found all this stuff out by being who she was. Got all her people, I don't know if they were related or just friends. Outpaced them on the track while I was running. And when I shot that ball, I don't play basketball, but I just shot it because I do have good hand-eye coordination. I do a lot of video gaming and work with my hands. So when I shot that ball from that 60 yards out and it went in the basket, even the kid Jolene was shocked. Everybody was shocked. Everybody was shocked. And this is the weird thing. Somebody recorded what I did and put it on YouTube. Somebody recorded what I did, put it on YouTube, and I saw this one person wanting to know, hey, who is that guy? And I guess somebody who saw my face, knew me, told him, hey, I just DM'd you, whatever that means. I just DM'd you his, what's it called? Shit. What's it called? I forget. Contact information, maybe. I forget. Anyway, I got an email from Miami Heat. They want me to come to Miami and do a exhibition. They might want to put me on a team. Maybe as a mascot or something, where they might want me to give out water at the game or shoot a couple full court baskets. I don't know. I'm not interested in that though. I'm not interested in that. But right now it's almost 4:30 in the morning. Looking on my camera, my video feed on my camera. That little girl in the bay is still outside my house, like a zombie. She just can't believe what she saw. Somebody she didn't think could run outran her. Somebody didn't think could shoot was shooting 60 yards into the hoop. It is what it is. This is just. Hold on. Let me mute the TV. This is just a follow up to the end of my video with that little girl who was chasing me. So the end of the story is I went down to Miami to see what the Miami Heat wanted, and kind of find out they wanted me to play an exhibition against some people, and which I played. I mean, they brought in a couple college students, whoever this what was his name, Jamir Watkins from Florida. They brought in they brought in a lot of people, and they brought in some professional people. What's the boy's name? The bald head guy. What's his name? Damn, I forget his name. And I met him too. LeBron. So this kid, Jamir Watkins and LeBron James was. I did a couple of my full court baskets. So these two guys was like they was off to the side talking, and next they both come up on the court, and they started running down. Both of them had a ball, which is a weird thing. They both came at me, and they was talking the same crap the little girl in the bay was talking. What are you doing? Get out of here. So what I did, I snatched both balls from both of them, from LeBron and this kid, Jamir Watkins. And took it, and I was dribbling with two hands. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, this is what they paid me for showing up. This is what they paid me for showing up. This is what they paid me for showing up. I had to mark something, make sure it wasn't fake, but that's what they paid me. So anyway, I'm bouncing both balls down the court, and this kid, LeBron James, and this kid Jamir, they both there. So, I'm bouncing these balls, and you know what? Anyway, I'm bouncing one ball each hand. I get mid court, and I stop. I'm standing right in the middle of a full NBA size regulation court, right? And a full NBA size regulation court. So I took one ball in this hand, have a ball in each hand like this. Shoot one that way, shoot that one that way. Whoosh! They both go in. Now this kid LeBron and this other kid Jamir Watkins, they both like this. Okay. They couldn't believe what they saw. And I told them that I wasn't interested in playing basketball, so I was going to just leave, and I was just enjoying my time down in Florida. But they said they want to give me a little something anyway, and I took the money. It was cash. It wasn't a check. Straight out cash. But I took the money, and first it was this, right? And then they added this. The second pile of it came from the kid Jamir Watkins. His college gave that to me. They said, we never want to see you bounce another ball on a professional court again. And they made me sign something called an NDA. I was told that means you can't talk about it, but I don't believe in that. But LeBron James and this kid Jamir Watkins, Jamir's supposed to be one of the best players in Florida in college. So you know, so he's a prospect for the NBA. So they saw I kind of, if I wanted to play, I could have outshot him, but I'm not into all that. I'd rather just sit home and enjoy myself. That's all I really do. Nothing more. Nothing more. Anyway, but guess what? This is the end of my diss video for the day. She's a bully. She's racist. She's a hater. Alright? That's my diss video for the day.